Hi everyone, my name is Natasha and I live in Karina in Brisbane. I'm posting this video because I was one of the people who lost all of their belongings and had extensive house damage in the southeast Queensland flooding. I've since spoken to a lot of people, I just run into them at the supermarket or, going about my daily business, who ask me a lot of questions. And I kind of think people are asking me questions because they know that I've kind of made every single mistake that you can make in this year and a bit journey. If anyone can make a mistake, gosh, it seems to be that I'm the expert at the School of Hard Knocks. It takes me messing up twice to get one thing right. But, rather than just making mistakes and keeping it to myself and feeling embarrassed, I thought, hey, why not share my mess ups with you guys so that, some good can come of it. I'm going to do a series of videos because, boy, I have learned so much that when I've spoken to people who are going through the same journey, they've gone, oh my God, thank you. This has been, really knowledgeable. I'm glad I won't make the same mistake you did. And so that's kind of why I'm doing this. This first video is going to be about house raising. I'm also going to make a video about the Reconstruction Authority, as well as a video about why I became an owner builder. There will be a pretty extensive video about that. I want to reach out to the local, in particular local women, to encourage them to become owner builders. It is not the difficult thing that we've all been led to believe. I'm so happy I did it. But just to stay focused on this one video, it's about the house raising. Now, I knew that I had to raise my house really very high, and that's because where I live in Karina is on Grey Street, and the floodwater came in 1.5 meters in the house. So I've just got this little post-war, shoebox of a house, and we had to lift it up really, really high because I wanted to build another level underneath, and that's something I had been planning on doing before the floods. This just kind of spurred me to do it, faster. But then at the bottom of that new level, so top level, next level, at the bottom, I needed to leave 2.7 meter clearance for floodwater. So it's lifted pretty high. Now, I just went through the lifting process. I finished about a week ago. I'm going to be hopefully putting a video about kind of like a storyline video, because when the house lifters were there, I kind of took a lot of photos of them and photos of the progress so that I could send it to my family in Canada, because we don't lift houses there. That's a really strange thing. And I really wanted to show them how funny and silly it is that, there's this tiny little post-war box on these big stilts, because it really looks quite hilarious at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how it looks when the next floor gets built and the design elements start coming into play. Just watching that, I think, is going to be a great process for my family. And I'll share it with you if that's something that you're interested in. But I guess my difficulty when it came to the house raise was that I didn't know anything about how houses are raised. I don't know, a magical machine comes in, presses a button, and lifts your house up. Like, I just didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about any companies. I did see a lot of advertisements, especially in Queensland. The Reconstruction Authority is paying for approved houses $100,000 to assist in raising your house above sea level or flood level, and then 50 cents on every dollar after 100,000 for things related to raising the house. I will be doing another video on what items I claimed on my Reconstruction Authority application and the things that got knocked back and the things that got approved, just so that you guys will know, I guess, be able to get your applications in faster, because you'll learn from the things that I did. But for me, researching and trying to find out which house raising company to go with was a challenge because I couldn't even really find a proper price to expect to pay for that. I mean, you Google and you find out, raising a house is like 40 grand. And then you find out, okay, well, it's actually 200,000. You're like, what? What? Google tells me it was 40,000. Why is this so much? Well, okay, I do have a very good understanding of that now. 40,000 is the house raise price, or like around 40. That is accurate. But what Google isn't saying is that there's other costs associated with it, dump fees and, your materials, your steel, your timber, the labor, blah, 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 blah. So I will, for any of you who have questions about any of the specific costs, like for example, how much is a reasonable price to pay? Can my house be moved sideways on the block? Can it be completely turned around? How much should I, pay for this? The cost benefit, or the difference in the expense between using, board piers like timber, what are they called, stumps, versus not having as many stumps under your house and actually going steel. Because most people will tell you that timber's cheaper, but actually when you factor in labor costs, it's not. I found out so many things just doing the research by myself. Anyway, back to choosing the company. I don't know much about any of the companies other than what you read on their websites. And by chance, for once in this entire process, I actually got something right. And I chose the right company. So I ended up going with Brisbane Stumping and Excavations. I always end up getting that name wrong or fumbling over it. I'll do my best here. Now, they're not paying me for this. They don't even know that I'm making this video. I haven't spoken to them, so before I upload it, I'm going to have to call up and ask if it's okay. They don't even know that I'm making a video with their photos and stuff, but I'm so happy with them that I feel like it's the least I can do. These guys weren't just tradies that came in and lifted my house. Like, they taught me so much. They listened. Like, I can't fault any single thing about them. They're amazing. They were amazing. So I used to think that, lifting the house was, one step, and then all the building, stuff comes in later on. But actually, it's not really like that. The people you choose to lift your house have to be able to communicate with your surveyor, your engineer, the person who's designed, whether it's yourself or an architect or a building drawer, or what are they called? Not building drawer, it's another name. You know what I mean. They have to be able to communicate, and they've saved my butt on multiple occasions by kind of being proactive in the way they communicate, which I love. Like, proactive, yes. So for example, one of them said to me, oh, hey, look, the floor between your current house and the next one isn't thick enough to fit your plumbing pipes in. You need to bring it down 10 mil more, so I'm going to spray paint it so that when your next group of tradies come in, they know where exactly to put that. Or, oh, you really wanted to have these sliding panels on the side. You want to look at making sure you use this type of steel and not timber, and just they thought of everything, and you could tell they actually gave a crap about what I wanted. Now I will admit, a control freak, a perfectionist. I want everything to be exactly the way I want it. I've got a really specific look that I want to go for with the design, and that's why it didn't work out in my experience. For me, in my particular situation, it didn't work out to work with a builder because again, in my experience, I felt that the builder wanted to do things the way they wanted to do it, which was the easiest way, cheapest way, fastest way, and that's not what I wanted, and I just felt unheard. And That's what made me go, bugger it, I'm going to get my owner builder license to do this myself. Like I said, that is another video. So, yeah, Brisbane Stumping and Excavation. Knowing the owner, Jeff, he'd probably be mortified that I'm praising him like this because he's one of those, I don't know, those Aussie blokes that doesn't like attention. But, geez, I mean, I can't, really sit here and tell people, this company is better than this company because I only have the experience with the one company. But what I can say is that I'm really glad I chose this company. And people who think outside the box and who can problem solve and who are proactive in general, I've not come across a whole lot of them in my experience in the last year and a half. It's been a lot of standard things. If you want something out of the box, it tends to catch people off guard. They don't know what to do. They say they'll get back to you and they don't. Or they take a job that's more standard, easier, faster. But these guys, they really worked at understanding what I wanted and making sure it was done correctly. So, for example, I noticed a lot of houses in Queensland, when they raise it, they've got, under the house, they've got all of these posts that kind of, well, to me it's ugly. And people, I mean, other people must agree too, because they just put the slats around the base of the house and then, you never go in there. It's like a dungeon. But for me, even though it's floodland and I'm not planning on putting, my best velvet sofa or anything under there, but for me, that's like, that space under the house is a third of my living space, and it could be really beautiful. So, I could have a barbecue under there and things that I can move if, we're getting a flood. So I didn't want to have all of those posts. So they worked with the engineer and figured out, what they could do to make sure that when you're standing in my front yard and you're looking at that 2.7 meter floodwater clearance, when there's no floodwater there, you actually can see everything. There's no, it's obscured by all these ugly posts. And that sort of stuff was really, really important to me. It was harder for them, but they didn't complain because they knew that that's what I wanted. And since the house has already been lifted, I've already got 2 phone calls from the company just asking, how I am and has your next stage started? Do you need any help? I mean, these guys live locally and they're amazing. Like, I can't recommend them enough. I'm not saying that other lifting companies aren't amazing. They may be. Maybe they're all fantastic. But if you are like me and you just don't know who to choose to do this, you won't go wrong with these guys. I'm the highest level of detail control freak, and I'm happy with them. And that's kind of a hard thing to achieve for anybody. Maybe I'm a pain in the butt. Like I said, I'm going to be, if the Brisbane Stumping Excavation give me permission to put their photos into a video, I'll upload that after this video. I'm very sorry about the quality of this video and the future quality of the other one, because I've only ever made one video, and that was for my son's 21st birthday. I'm not a YouTuber, and I'm just using my telephone to do all of this stuff. But please let me know. I'm going to post this in the flood resiliency Facebook forum that I'm a member of. And if any of you out there have questions, you want to know specific things, please, put something in the Facebook, I don't know, under the video, there's like a message area. Comment area, I think, and then, or just message me. Happy to answer any questions. If I don't have an answer, I'll let you know. I won't BS you. But I'm pretty surprised at the things that I've learned. And like I said, if there's a specific order you want my future videos to come in, like, for example, if you want to learn about the Reconstruction Authority first and then the owner builder license second, let me know and I'll do them in that order. My videos aren't exciting. There's no theme music. As you can see, this is just my kitchen. Pretty boring stuff. My dogs are down there begging for their dinner. So it'll just be me talking. But hopefully, if I tell you about all of my silly mistakes, you can have a good laugh about how stupid I am, but then you can also remember these mistakes and not waste the time and money and, not be crying at the end of the day like I was about how difficult life is. So I hope this is helpful for you. My name is Natasha. I live in Carina on just off Creek Road. Just a normal local girl, woman, person. And yeah, I just thought that I would kind of diarize my experiences for anyone who might have questions and need some assistance. So good luck to all of you. And I will see you in my next video, and hopefully be able to post some stuff about Brisbane stumping and excavation if they let me do it. Thanks. Bye.